You know, I had went hard on a particular individual last week, and it was just ironically somebody was coming to troll in the comment section, and that led me right into the video. And I was like, man, Derek, you went real hard at this individual after really kind of taking it easy on him all year. And that person is Brodric Martin. Now, I want to clear up some confusion in the comment section. I don't understand if you guys just don't listen well, or you are making the exception because of the stellar track record that Brad Holmes has. But the thing that you are missing when I talk about Brodric Martin is the fact that the Detroit Lions gave up draft capital for a guy at a position of need that we whiffed on. That is the issue that I have. I'm not judging Brodric Martin based off of Brad Holmes' track record. That's not, no GM is perfect. Every GM misses picks. Brad is great. As a matter of fact, I just went and looked at his draft, and this is outstanding. Every last 2021 draft pick is on the team currently. The 2022 draft picks, only two of them are not on the team, James Houston and Chase Lucas. Every 2023 draft pick is on the team. Every 2024 draft pick is on the team. For a long time, going into basically the end of last year, every draft pick from Brad Holmes was on the team. So this is not a knock on what Brad Holmes has done. It is the whiff that is Brodric Martin. The fact that, again, he was inactive. Again, the fact that we put in a claim for a second-round pick I made a video about the Washington Commander guy. His name I forgot. It starts with a P. Turns out the Lions actually put in a claim, but because of where we are in the claim wire, we're not going to ever get anybody if they go through waivers. We're not going to ever get anybody. But we put in a claim for a second-round defensive tackle when we have a third-round defensive tackle that we traded up to get. That's the part that you guys don't understand. We traded up to get. Every person that we traded up to get has made an impact on our team. We traded up to get him. The fact, what you guys are missing is that Brodric Martin was taken in the top 100 in the third round where he had no business being. The fact that our D-line is still terrible, and we traded up to get a guy who does not play. But the reason there's a couple reasons I wanted to make a follow-up video. One, the comment section. I mean, I don't understand, so I'm going to make it very clear. It's the fact that we traded up to get him. It is not what Brad Holmes has done. It is the fact that we traded up to get him. I know his track record is stellar. If you look at percentages, Brad Holmes' track record is at least 95%. I didn't count the number of draft picks the total draft, but out of those, only 2 are not on the team. That's got to be 95 plus. That's an A plus in his total 4 years of drafting with the Detroit Lions. It is the fact that we wasted draft capital on this guy. But last week in the video, I literally said, what did I say? That Brodric Martin was in a tracksuit. He was in a tracksuit. Okay? I wasn't even making that up. I'm about to show you. Brodric Martin was in a tracksuit. This is the second play of the 49ers Detroit Lions game. It's in .25 speed to avoid NFL copyright. There's the handoff of the little Deebo Samuel, one of his better runs of the night. He was a kick returner mostly. I want you to pay attention. Look at the top left of your screen. You're going to see as it comes into frame, there is an individual that was inactive in a tracksuit. Bing, right here is Brodric Martin. What did I say he had on? A tracksuit. He's right here. You don't get drafted 96 overall in the third round where you give up trade capital and you're in a tracksuit. You are inactive when your team needs you the most. In a tracksuit, I was right. Right there. That's not what so in a year that we could have used an individual to get to the quarterback. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We still have a problem getting to the quarterback. We're going to talk about a little differently as well in a different segment, just how bad the Detroit Lions defensive line getting to the passer is. And if you draft a guy that's in the third round that you traded up to get, he is supposed to make an immediate impact. I promise you, all of YouTube, I am the only person that's going to talk about this guy. I'm the only person because he's not worth talking about. He's really not. And nobody else wants to upset. Look, the Lions are playing well. And I told you early on, if our season ends, it's going to be because we cannot get to the quarterback. Our offense in week 17 literally could not make a mistake. This game came down to Brock Purdy making 2 mistakes. Oh, and let's not forget about Jake Moody missing 2 field goals and 1 extra point. That's 7 points. Oh, they lost by 6. Maybe they win by 1. Our offense cannot mess up. And one of the reasons is because our defensive line. Now, granted, everyone is hurt except DJ Reader. He is the lone starter that is still, but if you trade up to get a guy in the top 100 and you give up trade capital for, and your entire defensive line, the starters are hurt and he cannot play, that is a whiff. That's an indictment on how bad he really is. And yes, it was a rare miss for Brad Holmes. It 100% was. Even if we win the Super Bowl, it was still a miss. It doesn't change the fact that this was a miss. Right now, we could use this young man's services, not on the sideline in a tracksuit. The dude is in a tracksuit, inactive for at least the 6th or 7th time this year. Well, no, I take that back because he was hurt the first part of the year. I forgot about that. That's how irrelevant he is. Come on, y'all. I don't understand this. We're not talking about Brad Holmes makes. I'm looking at the glass half empty because this guy, we need him right now. We need him right now. And my entire point of Brodric Martin and bringing him up is the fact that we traded up to get him. You do not hear me talking about Kobe Sorsdahl because he's a 5th round pick. He's inactive just as much, but he's a 5th round pick on an offensive line that was solid going into the season. Marcus Davenport, he got injured. Probably wasn't his fault, but we kind of saw it coming, right? And we're going to talk about just how bad this defensive line is. It really is bad. You can say a lot of things, but it's bad. And that's no indictment to the players. They're doing the best that they can. We are working with practice squad warriors right now. But Brodric Martin is not a practice squad warrior. He is a 3rd round pick that was picked 96 overall that we traded up to get. There is no excuses for this guy. That's it. He has 1 year to turn it around. 1 year. That's all I'm saying. And outside of injuries, this season has been full of bright spots. We got the best record we've ever had. We won 8 games, franchise record 14 wins, franchise record home or 8 road games, undefeated. Franchise record. It's not about any of that. This is self-contained about Brodric Martin. I'm not talking about, our record is still, because I'm looking at the fact, I'm looking at this guy and this guy alone. That's it. So anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. And when I saw the dude on the tracksuit, the tracksuit is crazy. Crazy. I know that's probably what all the inactive guys got on. But I'm like, bruh, if that don't look like a sweatpants tracksuit, I don't know what does. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. The comment section was going crazy. Oh, we're Brad Holmes. Y'all brought that up. I didn't say nothing about that. My focus was this one man that we traded up to get on a D-line that now we are struggling for people. We are struggling. That's all I'm saying.